So the game that we're going to be talking about today is Macrotis, A Mother's Journey. And this was released July 15th of 2021, so very recently. Developed by East Asia Soft and Proud Dinosaurs, and published by East Asia Soft. This is a puzzle platformer 2D adventure with a really like trying to be an up in the beginning of the game, where you were a mother, you were swept away by this hurricane and floods away from your babies. So the entire journey, you as the mother, you were desperately trying to get back to your babies, and you know it because it's voice acted. And the whole time she is pleading for her babies to hold on, hopefully hoping to go up. And of course, it was not just a quick thing. She goes down before going back up. And this is, since it's 2D, it's beautifully animated, beautifully drawn backgrounds. But it is a puzzle platformer where you have to figure out ways to get through different rooms and environments safely. And there is a quick reset, which is great, to get through and get back to her children. Greg, what is your thoughts on this?
I actually really enjoyed this one a lot. I am unfortunately sad to say I did get kind of stuck where I last left off. Like I couldn't even figure out the puzzle in the room, but um, pretty much my entire time with it has been like very enjoyable. So like even along the way, after you get to a number of rooms, you get different powers to kind of help you out to advance. So like even in the video, you can see you're able to like turn into like a ghost-like state to like go through like thinner walls and platforms to kind of help around, so then you can still interact with switches and trigger different things without each room. And then there's also a way you can create like different walls for you to hop on, so then you can get to like higher places as well. So there's lots of cool and intricate details, and the puzzles just get increasingly more difficult. One of my favorite ones is where you have to like start like a turtle swimming across the river, and then you're like kind of like rapidly racing it while your like main body form is kind of resting on it, and you have to like cut down all these ropes to release rocks into the water, so then like they don't like the turtle doesn't crash or get stopped by it at all. So that was actually really fun to go through that, and took me several tries to do it, but I eventually was able to do it, and that was a lot of fun there. um, I would definitely like recommend this kind of game as well, because it's just very well drawn and everything like that Barry was already saying too. So I really like the art style, and even like the soundtrack just to listen to was pretty good too.
Yeah, I echo that. I'm not a big fan of puzzle platformers. I just prefer the platforming part, or a puzzle game part. But I did find myself getting engrossed, and I think that's a lot of reasons for the story. Just I wanted to do what I could to help this mother. Like I felt for her. I'm like, no, I want you to get reunited with your children, and I think to me the voice acting is really what got it, because you felt the desperation in her pleas and her disappointments when you thought, oh yeah, this is it. Oh no, it's not it. We're going back down. We're new puzzle room. I found the puzzles to be quite good, quite challenging. And the difficulty spike was well done. I did not complete it. I did get to a point where I also did get stuck, and it just ran out of time. But it gripped me more than I expected it to, because it's not a genre that I normally would play. But it is absolutely gorgeous, and if you do enjoy puzzle platformers, there's a lot to like here.
And I definitely echo those thoughts. I mean, I had a blast playing it, and I did feel like the emotions of the mother, and it was really great voice acting, even with the spiritual guy that you eventually meet along the way too. Like everything was so greatly done and well written. Um, and I do agree that every time she thought she was going to start heading back up is when she actually had to dive deeper into the cave. So it's just like she gets so frustrated having to continue to go down when she knows she has to go up first, and then the story just expands so much from there. It's so incredible.
Yeah, it seems I think it's like $12. I can't see because it's downloaded, but I think it's $12. Yeah, it was $12. It's on sale. I see now here. Very much worth it on $8 sale. Like to me, I think that is a very fair price. I think that this is one of those titles where if you do again like puzzle platformers and you enjoy good stories and you enjoy like the lacks of pressure, like even though there's the urgency of I got to get back, there's still the relaxed nature of you could, most puzzles you could sit there and take your time and restart. Like the turtle one is one of those that you can't. You have to immediately go. If you miss your turtle, you're gone and you have to restart. So there is some that, and I do wish some puzzles had checkpoints because that turtle one is a good example because it's a longer sequence. And if you die like towards the end of it, is like, oh, you gotta go back to the start. And I'm like, oh man, like, and especially to me, that's a little bit of a frustration thing just for me because like I know what I need to do, and you're waiting on the turtle, and it's like, all right, come on, come on, come on, because like the first time you're panicking, and then after you do it enough times, you get so good at it, you know the path you go, and then you're sitting there waiting on the turtle, like, come on. So that was a little bit of a negative, but it's so small of a nuisance. But I like that. I like that these puzzles give you the time and patience to figure them out because they're really, really tough.
Yeah, some of them really got like stronger. Like I thought I had the solution, and it was nowhere even close. Like those bigger ones are especially are more difficult, and sometimes requires proper timing if you like on the turtle puzzle. But I understand a lot of this is trial and error. Like that's a lot of how puzzle games are. Like you can't just figure it out and just instantly look at it and know what you're doing. You have to try different things, and when you realize you're stuck, that's when you have to reset. So it's I kind of get it's all about trial and error for puzzle games, and I'm okay having to repeat the same sequence a number of times if I'm not doing it in the right order.
Yeah, it's a lot of order puzzles, that's for sure. And some solutions, like I was able to be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what to do. And other ones, I'm like, I know what to do, and it was the wrong thing to do. So it's like, oh, make me think here.
Yep, especially some of those a little bit later ones. There's like little things that like shoot the stars out of the wall, and then after you hit the switch, then it's like, oh, wait, I need to like not be in the way when that goes off, and it's trying to figure out how to get around that and everything too. So it's a lot of different intricacies that you might think you know what you're doing, and then as soon as you activate something, then you weren't expecting that thing to happen.
Which I like. I like that. So like I said, it's $12. It's on sale as of the time of this recording for $8.39. Greg, would you recommend this to somebody at that price or at the full price of $12?
I would recommend both. Obviously, if you can get on sale, that's much better. It saves on your wallet. But I definitely think that the full price is definitely worth it if you like puzzle platformers. The puzzles are very well crafted, and they do, like you said, they do increase in difficulty. So it's definitely well worth it. It'll give you plenty of hours of enjoyment to solve through them all.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that. I think even at the full price of $12, I think it's a good sweet spot. If puzzle platformers are your jam, um, absolutely. The graphics, the music, the sound effects, the story, it's gripping enough. And as a child, if we grew up in the '80s, we grew up with American Tail. This is like an American Tail, except you're the mother instead of the child, and it's like, oh, okay, this is far different than what I was expecting and far better than I was expecting, but absolutely would recommend this game for sure.